So the first thing I want to do when I pull up to a kitchen is take a look at the Cooler Temps website. I want to make sure that everything is on and working and that the battery levels are good. Next, I'll review the temperatures for the last couple of months and see if there are any random variances that are beyond normal production and deliveries. Sometimes I can track a cooler or freezer and catch accidents before they happen, like a unit slowly leaking Freon and the temperature rising gradually over several months. Once I come into the kitchen, I check in with the manager and let her know that we're here. We are guests in all kitchens. I also ask if she's getting her monthly temperature report and whether she's had any problems in her cooler or freezer. Next, I'll check on the temperature monitoring system and make sure that the gateway is on and working properly. Then I'll take a look at the sensors and change out any low batteries. One of the great things about Cooler Solutions temperature monitoring is that installation fees are for life. If you ever get a new cooler or freezer, we'll hook up our sensors free of charge. If a sensor breaks, we'll replace it for free. After that, I'll take a look at the produce and how the staff is storing it. Storing fruits on one side and vegetables on the other is one of the easiest ways to extend the shelf life of your produce. Another way to extend the shelf life is by using a Cooler Solutions desiccant panel. These panels absorb ethylene and acidic gases. They absorb moisture, they lower humidity, save energy costs, and create an atmosphere where bacteria and mold cannot grow, helping produce last up to twice as long. And speaking of mold, if we see it in any of your units, we'll clean it, and there's a good chance it won't come back. We also dry up any standing water to make sure there's no moisture in the cooler. From there, I start looking around for other ways we can help improve the unit. I might see that the fan guards are dirty, so we'll carefully remove them, clean them, and reinstall. Next, I'll inspect the evaporator coils. These should be cleaned at least once a year. It's the equivalent of changing an air filter on an HVAC system. If this service isn't done, the coils can rot and eventually leak Freon, not to mention the mold and bacteria that a dirty coil can produce. We're careful to keep debris from falling into the drip pan when we clean, because these will clog the condensate line. We also inspect the Freon line to make sure it's not drawing water or leaking. As I come out of the cooler or freezer, I check that the unit door is closing correctly. Doors that stay open let heat and moisture into the unit. Sometimes I can fix this by simply readjusting the hinges so the door closes by itself. Other times I may need to install a new door closer assist arm to help pull the door shut. Occasionally, the issue isn't the door at all, but the door gasket. We can measure for a new gasket and on our next service visit, install it to stop moisture and ice problems. Sometimes it's not a gasket issue, it's a heat strip problem. The heat strip is a small heating element that keeps the door frame warm so the gasket doesn't freeze. Before I leave, I review everything with the manager, what issues I solved and what she needs to know. Then it's on to the next kitchen to make sure their coolers and freezers are working just as efficient.